All right, hang on. There we go. Okay, let's go. See if this works or not. Trying to do a live and I wasn't able to connect. We'll see how this goes. Out walking, getting out of the house, getting some air, getting some exercise for both me and for Oakley. Easy, hang on. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Hi, Pat Tolliver. Oh. Hi, Diane. Hello to you. Yeah, we're just taking a little afternoon walk. And YouTube has got me back to, got to be vertical to stream at the moment. Hi, not going away. Oh, mercy. Beautiful day out today. Thought we'd come up and see the fall colors on the trees. Some of the trees already losing their leaves. And just take a walk and say hey to everybody. Thank you, Diane. We are. We got today and tomorrow are supposed to be fairly nice here. And then after that, or maybe today's the last of the nice days. I don't remember. I didn't check the weather today. Locally anyway. So we are at the walking trail. And as I said, we're just gonna take a walk. George Jefferson, hello. Hi, Belinda, how are you? Just gonna walk and talk. As long as I can see the chat, if anybody has any questions or anything, we'll talk about that. Taking a potty break for Oakley at the moment, and we're back on the go. 21-year-old man was caught near one of the Senate buildings, one of the Senate office buildings, probably the Russell building in DC, Washington, DC, a couple hours ago. I got the notification about it that he had an AR-15 style rifle outside the Senate office building. Do not know motives yet. Again, he was 21 years old. And, oh, let's see, what else we got news-wise to talk about. If you didn't see the show last night, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, Chris joins the show, Chris Martin. And the thing is, the show's not, we don't do the shows for popularity. The show's full of truth, and truth is not the most popular thing most of the time. So I give a little rundown of what's happened news-wise, and as Chris comes on and we discuss from different angles the situations around the world. It's called World Situation Report, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9. I got the government and political angles covered, and Chris is a military counterterrorism expert, so between the two of us, we have pretty good takes on everything that's happening. We're pausing here again we're pausing here at Doggy Telegraph so Oakley can tell who's been here. And we'll step off here to the grass for a few seconds anyway. We got some people walking behind us. We'll let them go on through. Again, give you a look at some of the fall colors. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Yeah. We've got a whole bunch of hate, a whole bunch of war, with more war coming. And we keep trying to talk about love and peace and unity and trying to bring people together. That's what the show's been from the very start. It's never been about picking sides or anything like that. It's always been about trying to get people from different way back. Aubrey, Elijah McClain. We had shows that had all different, and they're still up, by the way. We had panels with so many different ideologies on them, and we had guests with all differing ideologies. So it's always been about, again, it's not been about getting popular. It's not been about trying to promote anything other than truth. And the truth is that the world saw what happened, what Hamas did on October the 7th. And the world doesn't have a whole lot of background into why that happened. And to most of the world, it appears as if it was just a random act of violence by hateful, destructive people. And while that in itself is true, there were motivations behind it. And when we talk about those motivations, primarily the actions of Israel, well, it's not popular. But with that being said, if you check it out, if you would, got a lot of good information there from a couple of people that have done some things. So, and Chris is such a man. Everybody loves listening to Chris that comes and watches the show, because he's the real deal. And also we've been talking about possibly adding some other military people, if you will, just to get some different perspectives and to get some firsthand accounts, because especially here in America, war is glorified. Movies are made, books are written, heroes, and by saying that, I mean absolutely no disrespect or anything to the veterans and to the people that serve. What I'm saying is war is glorified here in America, but in actuality, war is nothing but destruction and death and killing, and all it leads to is more destruction and death and killing. And I've titled a couple of shows this, but war is never the answer, but war is always the solution. War really never solves much of anything, but is always the first thing that's, and if not the first thing that is thought of, it is the first action option on most people's lists. Let's just go bomb them. Let's just go annihilate them. Why don't we just wipe them off? Well, what happens when somebody else has those same thoughts about us? Because that's where we're at right now, folks. Like it or not, motivation notwithstanding, we being the United States, we are in a position where there are a lot of people that want to do us harm. And we're also in the position where we've got people here in our own country that want to do us harm. Now, we can't just pretend that's not true. And people can get angry at us for saying this is what's going on. But just because you get mad about it doesn't mean it's not true. And again, Chris and I will be talking about all this stuff in depth and more tomorrow night at 9. I'm just kind of rambling at the moment, but it's too late, okay? It's really too late for us to do anything about it. We should have closed the borders more securely and been more diligent, in my opinion. But it's too late for that. I mean, that damage is probably already done. Any nefarious actors have already been across the border for a significant amount of time. Not that they're not more trying to get here, but it's been going on for some time now. And good for absolutely nothing. I get copyright a lot if I play music. Not singing, I don't get struck for, but playing songs, and I'm not sure if this is on or not. Well, it looks like we're streaming, but I can't tell. Again, my phone, I don't think it's my phone. I think it's other activities that cut the signals off up here. But anyway, Edwin Starr's family happened to go back and watch the episode to see if it was deserving of a copyright, and they pulled it. So that's the one time where I've been able to use a song. I'm not gonna try it again, but if you're unfamiliar, Edwin Starr, Starr, song is simply called War, W-A-R. And it was an anthem in the 60s, late 60s, early 70s, when people were trying to stop the Vietnam War. And I'm sure you've heard it. You may not know who it's by or know that that's the name of it, but getting Christmas decorations up, I forgot to mention that. The trail we're on will be not completely covered, but a vast amount of it will be decorated for the Christmas holidays. Our courthouse over there. And it's the other thing I wanted to kind of touch on was that it's election day. In many areas, it's election day. It was here. Yes, I have voted. I don't have my sticker with me, or I'd show you, but I do have a witness. And primarily voting for mayor in a lot of cities, a couple of governor's races, including Kentucky. And we'll keep an eye on those. as the night progresses. I'm not going to be reporting on them or anything, but we'll touch on it tomorrow night before we bring Chris up. And if you have questions while we're on here, well aware of Edwin Starr. I would hope, Valinda, I would hope everybody was, but I don't. I too often assume, and it does make an ass out of me at times. So, young cross-country runner there. How you doing? Hi. Let's see, Oakley, what do you want to do? You want to go on over another block? You want to go back? What do you think? Check out the corner here. I think we'll head back. Come on, let's head back. No, let's head back. Okay? Your tongue's hanging out, and we don't have fountains up here now. They're normally areas where she can get some water in the summer, but they cut them off at, they cut them off at the 1st of October. Anyway, it's voting day, election day in some areas. Here where I'm at, voted for mayor and city offices. And, you know, you only had one choice for out of the all but two of the elected offices here. There were only Republicans running, and that's a situation in a lot of places. And if people don't have choices, they are not motivated to vote. Come on, Oakley, leave that alone. But am I running for anything locally? No, I'm not. No. I haven't ran for anything for a long time. I've ran from some things. But no, I'm not. I actually haven't been active with any county parties. And when you have a two-party system, if you are not in good standing with one of the two parties, you're not going to get on a ballot more than likely. So, and to me, that's a problem. We're too big and too diverse to just have two options. And that's two options both as far as ideologies and as far as personas. I mean, I'm not I don't hate all Republicans. I know that there are those that do, and they can justify their reasonings. And there are Republicans who hate all Democrats. That's, that's been that way. Oakley, get up. Come on. Okay, I'm going to put you on camera. She's doing the grass roll. It's a dog thing. Come on, I got you. Hold on. Here. You get up there. All right. Nope, you're stepping on it. All right. I may run for something in 2024. It's not out of the question. Well, it is kind of out of the question. It's ludicrous, but there was a conversation about possibly getting on the ballot with a third party as a protest thing, but I don't know. I've had enough beatings, I guess, maybe. I don't know. All right, we're going to go down this way instead of going across the park again, just because I seem to lose signal. Oh, now we're getting song lyrics with I Second That Emotion. Motown hits. Some of my favorite music. I really don't have a lot of unfavorite music. As far as styles go, there's one that if I never listened to ever again, I'd be okay with, but I like listening to classical music. I like listening to some jazz every once in a while. A band called Spyro Gyra, if you've never heard of them. Incredible musicians, one of the best shows I've ever seen live. Technical players. Back before the days when everybody was just doing a glorified karaoke performance with all the music being recorded. And, you know, most people don't know or maybe don't care, but if you're a player and you see that stuff, it just kind of makes you go bleh. Or me and the players I know are kind of like that. Get a proud Union home here. I think all of the UAW strikes have finally been settled, and I'm all for making sure workers are properly compensated. My campaign motto was people over profits. Now that labeled me a communist, but only out of ignorance. Only out of ignorance and out of manipulation from the rich do a large majority of America support things that are not in their own best interest. But hey, I'm tired of trying to tell people. Let them find out on their own. Oh, it is just an absolutely beautiful day here in central Indiana. And we're not going to have many more of them. I mean, it's November, and it's probably pretty close to 70 degrees. That's not normal. While Oakley and I are out enjoying it, I don't know if you noticed or not, but when we are walking out and she knows we're on the walk, she is always in front of me and always excited. When she knows we are going home, she's always behind me and dragging butt, unless there is another puppy coming through. All right. How about people first next time? Live out loud. I've heard of Spyro Gyra, Gyra. Not sure what's happening here. Oh, it's the dude with all the plants. Pretty sure this guy's a prepper. Got a garage full of supplies. Oh, it would be nice to have a country that put people first. But You can't do that in a capitalistic society. Uh, and it's a precious balance between having capitalism to keep the country on track and having capitalism as the driving focus of government. They're two different things. And and anytime you deal with something like that is nuanced, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm just having a, hello there, bandit. Maybe I'm just having a bad day and I'm a little cynical, but when you're dealing with nuances with people, you might as well just be quiet or go bang your head against the wall. But two things can be true at the same time. Here, let me show you old bandit. That boy's been barking at her for the past 4 years. Come on, we're not gonna see bandit. Come on. Come on, Oakley. Come on. Daggone it. Oh. Come on. Okay, Diane, that's a great campaign. To lead with love, people, and people are ready for peace. Our country's dominated by what's known as the military-industrial complex. So while the people of our country are ready for peace, those that are in control, they need a war bad. They needed a war badly. And we've talked about that on the show, and we'll touch on it again tomorrow night. But basically, there's an old political saying that you don't change horses midstream. And that's a euphemism for you don't vote out the sitting president when you're in a war. It's just too risky and too dangerous. And however, the commonsensical rule of politics should be that if you have 91 indictments, perhaps you're not the best candidate. So we can throw both of those out the window, but that doesn't mean that the Democrats aren't going to use the tried and true philosophy of let's go to war so we don't lose power. And again, you may question that, and that's fine, but you go back and look at history, and you look at one-term presidents, and you will find one of two things with the one-term president. You will find either a scandal, ineptitude, or peace. Just saying. All right, I'm gonna get off here. Thank you all for hanging out. Been going about 30 minutes, and again, Chris and I will be on tomorrow night, 9 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, World Situation Report, 9 p.m. Eastern. And I may pop back on live later tonight, depending on what I find out, what I learn as far as if anything major is going on, or if I'm just bored and want to talk like I am right now. So you never know. So hit that subscribe, hit the notification, hit the like, and thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Our neighbors that had the incredibly massive and awesome Halloween display have a Thanksgiving message out for now as well. They'll have some Christmas stuff up, but Halloween's the big thing with them. And if you haven't seen that video, go to my page and check that out. The display was awesome on Halloween night. So, again, thanks for being here. Say bye, Oakley. There you go. Say bye. All right. Talk to you all later.